Throughout the years, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles team has expanded to include more and more characters in their lore. Although the Turtles are capable warriors, they are often assisted by their allies, without which they might have lost most of their battles. It can be claimed that the Turtles' allies are actually the backbone of their team, and without them, they would not be able to function properly. That's why in today's video, we will be counting down a list of the 12 best allies of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles who play an integral role in their wins. But before we get started with the video, we have a small request for you. If you like our content, subscribe to us and like this video. It might just be a simple click for you, but it means a lot to us. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's get started. Master Splinter. Kicking off the list, we have the mentor of the Turtles, Master Splinter. In almost all the renditions, Master Splinter has been shown as the father of the Turtles. However, in the 1987 animated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle series, Master Splinter's origins were tweaked a bit, and he was shown as a mentor and ally of the Turtles. Splinter's real name was Mamoto Usagi, and he was the teacher and leader of a ninja clan in Japan called the Foot Clan. But he had one student named Orokusaki who constantly conspired against him and wanted to take over the Foot Clan. One day, Orokusaki framed Mamoto Usagi for an assassination attempt, and he was banished from the clan. After being banished, Yoshi came to New York, and since he was broke, he started living in the sewers. While living in the sewers, Yoshi became friends with the rats. Later, he found the turtles in the sewer and started taking care of them. However, one day when he returned, he found the turtles in some kind of ooze and tried to save them. But unbeknownst to him, that was a special ooze that transformed the turtles into mutants and Yoshi into a mutant rat because of his constant exposure to the rats. To protect the turtles, Yoshi started teaching them the art of ninjutsu, and they became the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Unlike other portrayals where Splinter was shown to have a father-son relationship with the turtles, this rendition made it clear that they had a teacher-student relationship. This was evident from the Turtles Forever crossover, where the 1987 Turtles were visibly confused when the 2003 Turtles called Splinter as their father. However, despite not sharing a father-son relationship with the Turtles, Splinter has often shown a fatherly affection towards the Turtles in the 1987 series.
If you don't give me the camera, I'm gonna...
April ONeal. April ONeal is probably one of the most significant allies of the Ninja Turtles. She is so popular that she has already appeared in all the renditions of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The reason she's so important is because she is what connects the Turtles to the outside world. She is originally a news reporter from Channel 6, but while investigating a series of crimes, she came close to uncovering Shredder and his allies. Thus, Shredder sent a group of thugs to kidnap her, but she escaped and tried to run away. After some time, she found herself at a dead end, but the Turtles came to her rescue and took her to their lair. At their lair, she learns about the story of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and becomes their friend. However, despite knowing that the Turtles are behind saving the people of New York from most of the disasters, she protects the secret of the existence of the Turtles by not reporting about them. She maintains her secret friendship with the Turtles and often comes to their rescue when needed. Although her origins have been tweaked sometimes, showing that she was friends with the Turtles and named them even before they became mutants, it does not change the fact that April ONeal is probably one of the best characters from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Jennika. Jennika is probably one of the most popular female characters from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles lore. She has a troubling backstory and has always been shown shifting alliances. Jennika was originally thrown to the streets after she protested against her father while he was assaulting her mother. While on the streets, Jennika was pushed towards the path of petty crimes, which eventually landed her in jail. While in jail, she meets a foot soldier who eventually becomes her best friend. This foot soldier trains her in the ways of the foot and prepares her for a prison escape. Although they were successful in escaping the prison, Jennika's friend is killed and she later joins the Foot Clan. After joining the Foot Clan, she becomes a deadly assassin and even avenges her friend's death. However, when Shredder is killed and Splinter takes over the Foot Clan, she is not very happy about it because she thinks that Splinter is a weakling and doesn't have what it takes to give swift judgment. So, she stages a rebellion and an assassination attempt on Splinter, but Splinter defeats her and makes her realize the error of her way. This makes Jennika have a change of heart and she becomes loyal to Splinter. Later, Splinter assigns her a mission to protect Casey Jones, and during this mission, she becomes close with Casey and develops romantic feelings towards him. However, However, her life turns upside down when Karai comes back to the Foot Clan to take over it. Splinter was more than happy to give back the leadership of the Foot Clan, but Karai was adamant about training little kids as soldiers. This makes Splinter kick Karai out, but before leaving, Karai states that she will come back for Splinter. To take revenge on Splinter, she arranges a meeting with Jenica and tries to win her over, but Jenica stays loyal to Splinter and Karai stabs her in the heart. Thus, the turtles quickly take her to Harold's lab, where they intend to use the ooze to save her life. But the ooze gets destroyed, and Leonardo decides to give his blood to protect Jenica. The blood transfusion had the intended effect, but it also transformed Jenica into a mutant turtle. Jenica initially struggled to get used to her new life as a mutant, but soon she got used to her new turtle body. After the death of Splinter, she became a big sister to the turtles, and along with them, started the Splinter clan and dojo. She stayed in Mutant Town and became a sensei in the Splinter dojo. Later, she also found love in the form of Sheena Murphy, a mutant pig, and even formed her own band called Created in Darkness to protect the turtles from a bleak future.
Casey Jones shoots! Oh! He scored!
Casey Jones. Casey Jones is a formidable ally of the Turtles and has appeared in almost all the renditions of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. For the sake of this video, we will be talking about his origins from the IDW comics. Initially, Casey Jones was a college student with a hockey scholarship, but he did not really love studying. Instead, he had an undying passion for hockey and becoming a vigilante. After his mother's death, Casey's father became a thug and would brutally assault him, but Casey would not fight back because of the promise he made to his mother. During one such incident, Casey was saved by Raph, who, during that time, was separated from his family. This made Raph and Casey best friends, and soon, both of them became vigilantes protecting the people from street criminals. When Raph finds his family and goes back to them, Casey also becomes very good friends with the other turtles. Later, when Casey's father beats him again, Splinter decides to take the boy under his wing. Later down the line, when Casey's father, Hun, becomes Shredder's ally, he forces Casey to become a foot soldier. However, Casey stays loyal to the turtles and comes into conflict with his father. Later, Casey and April become very close and soon become a couple. However, during one conflict, Casey is shot with a fatal electrical discharge, but Hun comes in front of him, saving his life. Even though Casey is just a human, he has never shown fear and would jump in front of even the mystical beings to protect his friends. Casey Marie Jones. If you have read the last Ronin comics, then we are sure that Casey Marie Jones would also be your favorite character from the comics. In the last Ronin continuity, she was the daughter of April O'Neil and Casey Jones. She was raised by April alone because Casey and the other turtles died way before her birth. She grew up hearing the stories of the turtles, and thus she started training herself in martial arts. After she grew up, she also created a resistance group to take down Oroku Hiroto, the grandson of Oroku Saki, who had been ruling over the city. Later, she finds an injured Michelangelo and takes him to her lair, where he is treated by April. Upon learning about Casey Marie and her mutant abilities, Mikey started training her and became her official sensei. Casey Marie was crazy strong and assisted Mikey and the team in defeating Baxter Stockman. However, she could not help Mikey in his final battle against Hiroto and returned to find an injured Mikey, taking his final breaths. Before dying, Mikey entrusted her with Splinter's journal. Later, Casey Marie and April created the next generation of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Casey Marie became the sensei of the new Ninja Turtles.
They never understood you. Not like me.
Slash. Slash was originally a villain of the Turtles, but later down the line, he always became very good friends with the Turtles. In different renditions, he has different origin stories. So for today's video, we'll cover his story from the 2012 animated series. Slash was formerly known as Spike. When Spike was thrown out by his previous owners, Raphael adopted him and started taking care of him. He always used to feed and talk about his problems in front of Spike. Despite Spike's inability to speak, he always listened to Raph's rants. For the first season of this series, Spike remained as only a turtle. However, in the second season, he somehow comes into contact with the ooze and transforms into a giant mutant turtle, adopting the name Slash. He asked Raph if he could become his partner, and Raph agreed, but he had a deep grudge against the other turtles because of the stories he heard from Raph. He felt that the other turtles did not treat Raph properly, thus he came into conflict with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. However, Raph saved his brothers and Slash left without any sign of return. Later, Slash returns and reconciles with the Turtles, becoming their official ally. However, he did not join the Ninja Turtles team and started his own team called the Mutanimals. Slash is probably even stronger than the original Ninja Turtles, and most of that has to do with his short temper and inability to hold back during a fight.
Get off Robin. Now.
Batman. During a crazy crossover animated movie called Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Batman became an ally to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and assisted them in defeating the Shredder and Joker. The plot of this animated movie revolves around Shredder teaming up with a League of Assassins and Joker to inject every citizen of Gotham with the mutagen and Joker venom. To stop this evil plan of Shredder, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles also come into Gotham, where they meet the Caped Crusader for the first time. However, confusion leads to a scuffle between the two, and when Batman gets the upper hand, the Turtles retreat. Later, the Turtles discover that Batman is a good guy and even track down the Batcave. Upon arriving in the Batcave, they are confronted by Robin and Batgirl, but they reveal that they are here to stop the Shredder. As both of their goals were aligned, they teamed up to defeat their common enemy. After learning about the latest moves of the Shredder and Joker, both teams move out to confront the antagonists. However, things don't go as planned, as the Turtles fall trapped to the fear toxin and Batman is injected with the mutagen and Joker venom, turning him into a vicious mutant bat. However, both the Turtles and Batman were able to escape and recover. Before the climactic battle in a chemical factory, Batman asks the Turtles not to interfere, but the Turtles still assist the Caped Crusader. Ultimately, they defeated the Shredder and sent him tumbling down through a chemical vat. The Turtles and Bat Family moved out of the chemical factory before it exploded. Later, Batman celebrates their victory and treats the Turtles to pizzas before bidding them goodbye. However, the movie did not end here. In the post-credit scene, it is revealed that Shredder had survived the explosion but has been transformed into the Joker, laughing maniacally, hinting towards a possible sequel.
Got that right. It's time for some shell shock. What are those things? I can't believe
The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Well, you might have seen photos of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with the Power Rangers circling around on the internet and might have thought they were fake. But trust us, they were very real. The Turtles have crossed paths with the Power Rangers 3 times. The first was a live-action crossover with the Goofy Turtles costume, and the other 2 were crossovers from the comics. First, let's talk about how their first crossover went. Well, the crossover happened in the 4th episode of the Power Rangers in Space, where the Turtles were brainwashed by the villain, Astronema. Thus, the Power Rangers had to fight the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. However, by the end of the episode, the Turtles returned back to normal and teamed up with the Power Rangers to take down the villain of the week, Electro-Tramp. The episode was pretty mid, but clips from this iconic crossover still go viral on the internet. However, that's not all. The IDW Comics and Boom Studios teamed up for a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover, and you guessed it right, it was crazy good. Moreover, during this crossover, the Turtles also became Power Rangers, with Leo becoming the Blue Ranger, Donatello becoming the Black Ranger, Raph becoming the Red Ranger, Mikey becoming the Yellow Ranger, and April becoming the Pink Ranger. We tell you, this was a peak moment. If you are a Ninja Turtles fan, you should definitely check this out. Leatherhead. In the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles lore, Leatherhead is a mutant alligator who has also appeared in multiple animated TV series and comic books. Although in some renditions he is portrayed as entirely evil, there are some renditions where he goes back and forth between being friends with the Turtles. For clarity, we will talk about his story from the Mirage comics. Originally, Leatherhead was an exotic pet who was disowned by his owners, so he started living in the sewers. In the sewers, Leatherhead met a few Utrom scientists who took him with them to their facility. Due to an accident at the facility, Leatherhead was exposed to the ooze and transformed into a mutant. He remembered his time in the sewers and would often come back to roam around the sewers. After returning to the facility after one such visit, he found the facility destroyed and recovered whatever technology he could find to create a device to contact the Utrom. While working on his device in the sewers, he met the Turtles, who realized Leatherhead was one of their kind. Thus, the Turtles moved Leatherhead to their abandoned lair, where he could work on his machine without any interruption. But after completing the device, it malfunctions and Leatherhead starts attacking everyone present there. Later in the story, Leatherhead meets Raph and attacks him. After a brutal confrontation with Raph, he reveals that he has been experiencing frequent blackouts and somehow completed his machine. Around the same time, some Utron soldiers arrived on the site sight and took away Leatherhead. So the Turtles follow Leatherhead and help him escape from the evil Utrom. They are also aided by a good Utrom named Ribke, who even sacrifices his life to protect the mutants. After escaping, the Turtles and Leatherhead realize that Ribke was the one responsible for the creation of the Mutant Turtles and Leatherhead.
You. Greetings, turtles. Long time no see.
Mighty Mutanimals. Mighty Mutanimals is a team formed by Slash and Old Hob. The team comprised Slash, Old Hob, Mondo Gecko, Pete, Mutagen Man, Man Ray, Herman, and Sally. They were created to protect the mutants from harm. However, due to Hob's shady personality and illegal business dealings, they have come face to face with the Turtles multiple times. Almost all of their members were anti-heroes, and they even gave refuge to Mikey when he left the Turtles after Splinter took charge of the Foot Clan. During Mikey's time with the Mutanimals, he discovers Old Hob's secret and decides to leave immediately. After Hob's secret was exposed, Slash also decided to leave the team, and almost all the members of the Mutanimals lost their confidence in Old Hob. This was one of the significant reasons why Old Hob hates the Ninja Turtles, especially Mikey. Although the Mutanimals have done some really good deeds in the lore, it has always been Old Hob who tarnished their reputation. After the formation of Mutant Town, Old Hob and the other Mutanimals became law enforcers in the town. However, instead of using their powers for good, some of the new Mutanimals started harassing innocent civilians. Later, when Sally caught Old Hob involved in child trafficking, she disbanded the Mutanimals in a fit of rage.
Who are these guys?
Mamoto Usagi. Mamoto Usagi is an anthropomorphic rabbit who appeared in the 1987 animated series. He appeared briefly in the third season, but left a deep impression on everyone. He is originally from a different dimension and landed in the world of the Ninja Turtles after one of their transportation devices malfunctioned. Initially, he thought that the Turtles were the enemy, but later he learned that they were actually good. Thus, he becomes friends with the Turtles. When a dragon named Baby San hatched, Usagi stopped the potential destruction the dragon could have caused by reverting him back to his egg form. Later, Obento, the caretaker of Baby San, is kidnapped by Shredder as part of an elaborate plan to make Usagi attack the Turtles. Shredder was able to turn Usagi against the Turtles, and the Rabbit Warrior launched a deadly assault on the Ninja Turtles. However, he learns that Splinter is cheating and teams up with the Turtles again to defeat Shredder. Usagi was an excellent warrior and seemed like he was from the feudal era of Japan. His favorite weapon was Daisho, and he was strong enough to give the Turtles a tough fight, making him a formidable ally of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Ninjara. Ninjara is a humanoid fox who is a master thief and assassin working for Chain Khan. She appeared in the Archie comic version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. She started out as an enemy of the Turtles, but later had a change of heart and even started living with the Turtles. She got involved in a romantic relationship with Raphael and helped the Turtles in their adventures. However, later down the line, Ninjara fell out of love with Raphael and decided to leave the Turtles. She started living with Mokoshan, the leader of a clan of humanoid foxes, and she even had a baby named Maka with him. When it comes to power, Ninjara is probably as strong or close to the level of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because she has been seen to easily take down even the strongest enemies. Apart from that, she is also adept in martial arts and is an impressive swordswoman. A fun fact is that Alopex, the current love interest of Raph in the IDW comics, is inspired by this character. Marvelous verdict. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles lore is expanding at a fast pace, and they are encountering many more powerful enemies along the way. At the same time, they are also making many more allies who always come in handy whenever they are in trouble. In the recent IDW comics, even the all-powerful enemy of the Turtles, Orokusaki, has been turned into an ally after Splinter's death. Although this twist of events was not expected, it definitely plays in favor of the Turtles. So, who is your favorite ally of the Turtles? Do let us know in the comments section. With that being said, if you like our content, like it and subscribe if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.
Get off Robin. Now.